Guys, welcome back to the 12 Days of Fitness. Today is day 4 and I would love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear if these tips are helping you stay on track. Of course, nothing that I'm talking about is wow, you've never heard of it before. Most of it's really common sense, but especially during this time of year, it's great to have some reminders. So I'd love to hear from you guys if these tips are helping you, and if you have some other ideas that you would like me to share, I would love to hear about that. So what I want to talk about really briefly today is eating out. And most of the time, especially during the holidays, we're going to have opportunities to either attend potluck lunches or potluck dinners, or go to an open house, a holiday open house, or you're going to be at a restaurant. So I want to talk about some ways that you can make better choices. I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect, but I want to talk about some ways that you can make better choices when you're eating out. And so the first tool I want to propose that you use is a knife. So let's say you are eating out at a restaurant, and first of all, you want to take a look at the menu and you want to pay attention to word choices. Things that say creamy, rich, fried, battered. We want to stay away from those, and we want to go for things that are broiled and grilled. So that's the first thing. But understand, when you're in a restaurant, you don't have as much control over how they prepare the foods. Even if it's grilled, you don't know if it's been brushed with a ton of butter so that it gets this really nice crispy, out crust on it, and that tastes delicious. So we don't have 100% control on how our food is prepared when we're out, but we do have control of what we can order and how much we're going to order. So the first thing I propose is take a look at the menu, avoid those words like I said, fried, battered, creamy, rich, okay? We're not looking for those types of things. We're looking for broiled and grilled, steamed. Those are good words. So the next thing you want to do is you're going to get your plate. And in a restaurant, a lot of times we have some kind of plate dementia. Or I'm not sure exactly what the right word is, but our plates are way out of whack. So this is in my house. Sorry, this one's chipped. This is a salad plate. This is a dinner plate, okay? A lot of times in restaurants, they have even bigger plates. It's like trays. It's like troughs of food. And our perception of what is a normal portion gets whacked out. So what I'm going to suggest that you do is that when your meal comes is look at your hand, okay? The length of your hand, if it's flat, this could be a chicken breast. This could be a fillet of fish. It might be some other type of piece of meat. But that is probably about 4 to 6 ounces, or it might look like that. So you're going to put that hand on your plate, and you're going to take your knife, and you're going to cut your portion in half so that you're eating a reasonable portion. Same thing with side dishes. There are restaurants out there that will give you buckets of French fries, and oh my gosh, they taste so good. But again, I'm not saying you can't eat any French fries. Just take a look at your hand. Put your hand into a little fist. That's how much French fries you get. If you have a serving of mashed potatoes, put your hand in a fist, that's how much you get. If you've got rice, put your hand in a fist, that's how much you've got. So what you want to do is make sure that before you dig into your plate and you have this temptation, you're like, wow, it's only one portion because it's on one plate, is to cut that portion in half, and you measure it really simply. You don't need to get out a scale and take it with you to every restaurant you go, but take your hand and understand, if this is a piece of salmon, that's great. That's about 4 to 6 ounces, and that's great for you. Or that might be your salmon steak or a chicken breast. It's not going to be this. Sometimes they're going to serve you a double chicken breast. That's way too much. You don't require that much. So how do you stay ahead of this and get away from thinking, wow, one plate equals one portion? Because a lot of times in a restaurant, one plate equals 2 to 3 portions. Is almost every restaurant is going to give you a knife. Just cut it in half. Ask your waiter, could I please get a doggy bag or a container? Put that put the other half or the other portion into that container and put it away so that it's not on your plate staring at you and screaming at you, eat me, eat me, eat me, because you actually have choices. So I hope that helps as you're out and about and making food choices in restaurants. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.